for students age 15 and up in the evenings. Okay? And one of you will be the lucky winner of a free class at our competition this afternoon. So pay attention, because the questions in the competition are going to be about the ALC, things I might be telling you right now, and about your school, so hopefully you know a lot about that already, and about things that you will hear throughout the day today. So pay attention. The winner.
To some other prizes.
Free class, it's not one class, it's a whole session, 10-week class. The second prize winner, do you have prizes?
Yes, I brought them.
And I do too. So the second and third prize winners get books from us and whatever else we're getting. Very good. Okay, so a lot of happiness and fun to go around with that. In addition to our classes, we have some clubs that are open to the public and some that are just for our students. The ones that are open to the public that any of you could join right now are public speaking club that meets every Saturday afternoon. This is an opportunity just to practice your English, to speak in public with other students. There's a national competition that some of our students are going to next week. There's Toastmasters. This is an international public speaking organization with a very rigorous curriculum that we have a group of about 20 students and adults that are following right now. It's a leadership in public speaking development program. I highly recommend it. You check it out. Otherwise, we have other activities, concerts, art workshops. A little bit of fun facts about the American Language Center. We are not just here in Al Jadida. We're part of the American Cultural Association, which is a nonprofit organization. We're located in 12 different cities in Morocco. Okay. We have a teacher training program. This might be interesting for you all after you graduate from the program that you're in right now. The program is called ETII. It stands for the English Teacher Training Initiative. It is fully funded by the American Language Center. You participate for 1 year. In the first semester, our trainers help you to prepare for the Cambridge Teaching Knowledge Test, and you take the test in January, and in the second semester you're in the classroom teaching for a minimum of 40 hours with trainers watching you, giving you feedback over this time. At the end you get a certificate signed by the American Language Center, by Tribe Ducati University, and by the Ministry of Handicraft. Okay? So you can talk to me later if you have any questions about that. I can't think of anything else about the ALC, so I'm going to start my activity. I'm not going to sit. This is not a traditional presentation. I'm going to show you what I call the cultural patchwork activity, which is a really great way to start a class, any class, your first day activity. I've used this with university students. I've used it with adult students. I've used it with high school students, and I think even middle school students. Okay? So we're just going to jump in. We'll talk at the end. We're going to get a little bit theoretical and talk about what we've learned from the activity at the end. But we're just going to start right now. Okay? Put your phones down. Pens and paper down. I'm going to give you everything you need. Okay? I'm going to give everyone a white paper. And I'd like you to sit in groups. There's some tables, so maybe you can make circles around the tables, because you're going to share markers. I want you to color on the paper. Yes, it's very fun. We have to set a timer, because normally I would allow this activity to take an entire first class, which might be an hour and a half to 2 hours. We have to do it in 45 minutes, so we'll set a timer for 10 minutes. Cover your paper with pictures about yourself. Try to tell whatever story you want to tell. It can be from beginning to the present, or it can be just some small aspect of your life that you want to share. It doesn't matter, okay? Tell us about yourself, whatever aspect you want to share, but again, try to cover the entire paper, nice and colorful. That makes the activity better for the next stages of it, okay? So, here we go, let's get started. Somehow, asking papers. Some more. It doesn't matter.
By the way, I'm a former student at ALC.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Which class were you?
I won one of your classes last when you had the public speaking with our university, and I was the first.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Very good. That must have been a few years ago.
First one.
Okay.
First one.
Okay. That was before I was there, I guess.
President was there.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. If that's all we have. But they, they'll share as they need it. We can give that, just give them all out. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, try to cover the paper.
Is it about drawing? Some of them are asking, is it about drawing or can they write something as well?
It's better to draw, but if all you can think of is to do is write. Make your picture bigger. Why such a tiny little... Yeah.
Make it useful.
Okay. Okay, so somebody likes music. Yes, very good. Remember, this is not something you should think about too much. It's not very deep. Just draw some pictures, things you like to do, family, a place that's special to you. Okay? You're not going to draw with us? Come on.
Is there a price for us also?
You can get a free class if that's what you want. You want me to give you a paper?
It's an activity.
I like it. That's going to be a good story.
Probably.
Good. It is so good. Never say that about yourself. Summer, do you want to answer any questions about ETII if anybody has questions? Okay. About 6 or 7 years ago.
It seems familiar. I'm sure I've seen it or learned about it somewhere.
Yeah.
I love things like this to get to know your students. So.
Yeah.
I looked you up like yesterday. I work the American Language Center. Found out that this activity, do you do it like often? So I've seen a video. You started like the session with the same right every single day, right?
I don't think we have anything about this activity on social media. On YouTube? Yeah, show me.
And I've been letting them all know about like the latency. It's open for everybody. Anybody.
It was posted like 4 years ago.
Let me see.
Are these like books? One activity that I've done with students is it's called the bioglyph. And you have like the shape of a head. And there's a symbol.
Yep. So that was another, yeah, exactly. That was another workshop where we did that with our teachers.
Same activity, right?
Yeah, it is.
Almost like
Yeah.
Seems like you forgot about it, I guess.
No, because I think I wasn't leading that one. That's why. But no, that's a good one. Yeah.
Have you heard about
What is it?
called a bioglyph?
Bio what?
Bioglyphs. It's like students get the head shape and then they have to draw the eyes, mouth, hair, and
Mia will take one circle at the back of the room here, and she'll do the next step with that half of the class. And my group is going to make one circle as best we can here. We have to move chairs a little bit. And for this is the next stage. There's multiple stages in this activity. As you're doing it, think about what you're learning in the process, how this is useful for a teacher, how this is useful for students, okay? So these 4 tables, please get up and move to the back and make a circle. 1, 2, 3, and the rest of us, let's make a circle here in the front. Okay, right here. Stand up. Yes, yes, as we can with the space. Can I move this? Okay.
Good. So let's start with this one. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
I'm good at doing this. So, all right. So you cannot see that, but I'm just to give you kind of vivid description again about my life. Okay. So it has been done like in timeline, but it shows, for example, how I first came to the world. I put on here like it's at the same time. It's at the same time, let's say, modeled on what you call like the weather patterns. You see that? And the idea then has just come, so it's not something I really thought before, but it's just because usually in weather patterns sometimes it looks nice, sometimes it's not always that nice, sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it's stormy, sometimes it's windy, and so on. So this first one, it shows like a crescent. That's of course my birth that has come across here. So there is still darkness. You don't know anything, of course, about the world. And then the next step is going to go on here, and then you see I'm a bit with like a teenager right now, and it's cloudy. You see, because right now there are kind of fluctuations. I'm not sure again about what's going to come. I have a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas, a lot of questions about my existence and about my future. And then we come on here, then that's getting my back. It means high school degree. Oh, this is sunny part of the end of my studies. I have course to come back here. And then there is,
It's time to draw something meaningful. I draw also a butterfly because I like them. I don't like the colors because I didn't have much choice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Yosra. I didn't think of anything. Probably I overthink this. So I think about everything.
Hello everyone, you all doing great? I'm Nida. I draw this is very simple. To take life is very simple and take it easy. Very simple.
Thank you for the reminder.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is So hello everyone, I'm Asia and I'm first year student. I don't think like my drawing is so good, it's so bad obviously. But I try to portray it's me, it's yours, like I'm yellow, like represent innocence and like I was pure. And like the black shades are about like my negative thoughts about like when I left my dream, and it's like become gloomy and like it's like kind of it's disappearing obviously. And now I'm taking a new pen and try to use like colors that really represent and the sun, because I think it's like getting brighter, like looking at the future. Yeah. But like the tears are still there, so I hope someday they come. So thank you so much.
Hi everyone, my name is Bashir, I'm a Swiss classmate. So these are just some ordinary lines. This is my life path. So this is actually me. As growing up, I've had interest in various things. I was interested in painting, architecture, photography, and I just
this is my childhood. This is me now. This is my inner child. This is my typical morning as a kid. That's my cereal bowl. This is TV I used to watch Yosra quite a lot as a kid. That's a bench where I used to go play in the park. These are my parents. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
So, this is not like my whole life, but this is a huge part of it. This is my mom and my dad, and this is me when I was young. And in 2023, I lost my resuscitation now. So this was a very traumatizing part of my life that switched my life down.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so my name is Shuaib. So this symbol right here, it signifies the struggle. It's a reference to a Japanese manga. It's called Berserk. This one means that everything needs to be taken as a double-edged sword. There's dark side to it, there's bright side to it. And this simply means hope or a star, maybe shining.
Very good.
Okay, there's Zakaria Tadi, PLC supervisor in Berrada. So this must represent everybody's life, I think. So knowing where you start, okay, and then okay, zones of comfort. Okay, you start with the front, and then you start growing. Okay, and on the way there are dark sides and bright sides. Okay, you see clouds, sun, okay, all over. Okay, and you keep going back. So on the way you found like a family, you said a family, you had kids. Right.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jan. This is a drawing from my idealistic life in the future, or that should be starting by now. Exactly. Traveling to work, facing the work challenges which the clouds here represent, with happiness, satisfaction, and being positive. And that's it.
Thank you.
So, hello everybody, my name is Salahuddin, and I choose to draw this chart that may present the things that have like high value in my life. As you can see here, have family, friendship, and some virtues, science, culture, art, and movies, TV shows because I'm interested, and self-improvement, mental growth, and financial stability at the top. That's it.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Luna. This is my drawing. So basically, this is a paper, and there are here some people who come to attend. Basically, I am here to present my poetry, as I am influenced by Mahmoud Darwish, and I would like send a message that poetry doesn't end with like such poets, and it will continue with other generations.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ruqayya Hanindar. So this is a picture that mirrors my life, or my parents, or my family. So this is my father, this is my mother, this is my brother, and this one, and this is these are my sisters. I'm here in the middle. So as you can see here, home is not a house, because there is a difference. And I love being with my family and to be with them. And it's not the same as being alone or living alone without your parents or relatives. And thank you. Thank you. Hello everyone. Actually, I didn't know what should I draw. I thought of my hometown city, Casablanca. It's hard to live like alone, like away from your parents. So I decided to draw this lovely city. It's a lovely city. It's okay. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, hello everyone. My name is Sajidin. So this simple drawing is not basically finished, but it describes some aspects of my life. For instance, me thinking about making money or going to the gym, and I basically didn't finish because the last aspect of my drawing is graduation this year, and that's it.
Hello everyone, my name is Ayman Talibi, and I didn't know what to draw exactly, so I decided to draw a picture of my favorite thing to do in the world, which is playing football.
My name is Ismael, and in this picture I draw something that I really like to do, which is traveling with my family, having fun, listening to music, etc. And this one shows my identity, which is because I'm actually hello everyone, I'm Pauline, and this is my drawing. First of all, I draw these eyes. I didn't know I draw it because
myself carefully. Then I try to draw my scene and resemble the music. It's where I skateboard and try just to myself. Good morning, everyone. I'm Yosra. I actually was really nervous on what to write, but I think I chose to reflect my identity as I'm half Bessie and half Susie. I also am a very passionate singer. I play on with violin and other instruments. I'm a certified baker. I love to bake for love. People I love and friends. I think that's it.
We wish we could be as nervous as her to see that speech. Modesty apart.
So I'm not good at drawing, but here's rites of passage from the film Angelita by this is a plane, so I started I will not call my parents, and it's Mama and Yosra. After that, I worked for a call center in Yosra. Then I got married and had my job as a teacher. Then I have now.
Okay, good.
Well, my name is Iman. I chose to grow the best part of my life, which is that I'm enjoying, which is I call that the story of risks, because I do believe like if there is no risk, there would be no story. And my story is my journey as a BA student. Living my home was not the best thing. There were drastic changes, but my friends made this journey like more enjoyable. I would like to thank all of them to be part of my life. And also my internship was part of this wonderful story that I wish to continue. Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Yosra. I would like to represent my life as ups and downs because I don't have much time to explain everything. I would like to mention that I started from Atlas and finished in Rabat, but other cities made my life a little bit risky, such as Rabat and Kenitra, but you know, I drew a point here for my friend Iman for FSO because it marks my life too, as if, of course, but it's closer to zero. I don't know why. But one down was leaving home to go to Rabat, and yeah, that's it.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Norman Badran. Okay, so I can just summarize it in 3 tenses. So the first one, of course, is the past perfect. My life has been so great. You know, my childhood, my time in London, and everything else. The turning point, which is the simple past, the 15th of January 2015, I lost my mom. And the present perfect is since then, my life has been great, but deep down, so sad. Okay? Nice to meet you all.
Okay, so that's good. So that we finished this step. We all had a chance to learn a little bit about each other. I heard a few themes repeated. Maybe you did as well. Loss, family, ups and downs, sports, music, certain things. Okay, keep those in your mind and try to remember, if possible, the people that those were associated with. But we'll have a chance to come back to that later. The next step is go back to your table and I will hand out scissors. And you need to cut your paper into 5 triangles. Okay? So you don't have a lot of time and you don't need to, they don't have to be equal triangles. Do your best to make it only 5 and to cut the entire paper. Okay? There's a lot of different ways to do it. There's not one right answer. Okay? But it's possible. If you get more than 5, don't stress about it. It's all good. Hold on to your... She told us that she loves couscous. Okay? I didn't talk about it, but that's true for me too. So I'm gonna go, Samia, you said that you loved couscous. So do I. Let's exchange triangles. And I give her one, and she gives me one. So I keep the new triangle from someone else in my other hand, and I still need to give away the others that I have left. So we're making connections. You should make 5 connections with other people based on something that you have in common. Okay? All right, so we're going to do that. We have 5 minutes to do that. So the group in the back, go back, make your connections, exchange your triangles. Everybody here, up.
I find someone else with whom I have something in common, and I give it.
Yes.
Something.
Give and you receive. Yes.
So it's like they're connected.
We're making connections. Yes. Okay. Stand up, guys. We got to move on. Let's go. Let's go. Activity from the drawing, and I advise, to emphasize, if you're using this activity, that students should not spend too much time on drawing and should not stress about what they're drawing. It's just a fun thing. Some of them get really hung up in the drawing stage. And then moving on to introductions, and again, you have to keep that going and have people introduce themselves. Often as a teacher, this is when it's a really good chance to do an assessment of the student. So I usually take notes. Point I write down, because it's the first day, I don't know their names yet. Down the names. I write down a few things that they mentioned about themselves. And if I have enough time in their introduction to assess their language level, I usually can give some sort of assessment, because often you have different levels within the same class. So I'll say, okay, this one is A2 plus, this one's a B1. I do some little assessment at that point. Okay, so as a teacher now, during that introduction phase, I learned about the students. But more importantly, perhaps, or just as important, they've learned a lot about each other. Some of them have been friends for a really long time. Some of them don't know each other, or may have pre-existing prejudices or notions about the other that come from just not knowing each other. Okay, so when they hear that they have the same origin, or they like the same food, or they have the same hobbies or something, and then they actually have the conversation where they're exchanging triangles, that really helps to forge connections in the class. And I've seen new friendships arise from this, and it's a way of getting new groups together rather than your class always being the same people that are attracted to each other. Now they have a chance to sit with other people and work together in a different way. Okay? The triangle thing, again, you have to keep it moving. Everyone stresses about trying to cut the triangle around the picture. Okay? That's not the point. The triangles are just representative. So it doesn't have to match what you talked about with the size of the triangle or anything like that. You cut the paper into triangles. It's just kind of a fun random thing. If you wanted to change the shape, you could, but it makes for a more interesting picture when you put them all together, the fact that they're triangles. Okay? And then the coming back together. So this activity is ups and downs, and it can be challenging and hard to manage, but it can work with large groups, and it's gets the class off to a really good rhythm at the beginning of the year. It's very important to leave time at the end, after you've created your product, whatever it is, to let students reflect, because they have a lot to say, and we don't always give them a chance to share that. I heard just in our conversation in this group, a lot of really, deep, meaningful things. Some that I've heard before, some that are new. And same in the other group. I didn't think that you all would spend so long reflecting in the back, and you were still going by the time I came back there. So I think that's a really important part of the activity, so make sure that you leave enough time for that. Anybody else have any comments or questions?
I just have a question.
Yes.
How can we adapt this activity to different cultures, or someone mentioned this point, and also to different ages? Like, can we do this activity with different ages or not?
Yeah, I've done it with different ages, everywhere from middle school to adults. Okay, and adults are a little bit shy in the beginning about drawing, but everybody likes it once they get going. I've never tried it with kids, like primary school age kids, but I imagine that they would like it. They're just, the conversations might be shorter, but they would like it. And you have to try to encourage them to use English. But I don't get hung up on that, especially during the exchange part. They're speaking in Arabic, that's fine, you know, because they're making connections and that's important. But the sharing in the circle, everybody tries their best to do it in English.
And for everybody, please try to jot down your questions, write them down. We'll have a Q&A session right after the morning sessions are over. That way we get to ask all of our speakers any questions that we have.
Okay. So you want, I guess I'm taking that as a hint. Sorry for going over the time. I hope you enjoyed the session.
Thank you. Let's set the stage for our next speaker.